I'm Genesis.
I'm Janessa. And I'm Mariah.
Reporting for MGV Tuesday News about our 7th grade year. This year we learned lots of stuff inside and outside of class. We are excited to bring you breaking news of our 4 content areas. Report from Calwood.
Hello, it's your girl Mariah, and our favorite unit studied in humanities was Roman Empire. We learned that it was established 27 BC by Augustus Caesar, only lasting 507 years. Their main language, Latin, and some people still speaking it till this day. It was overthrown by a man named Odosius, the current ruler Romulus. That didn't last really long for it. He wasn't really good, and he was kind of addicted. Anyways, Genesis is going to get back at you guys with simplifying fractions. Bye!
Hey, it's Genesis with a report from math class. This year we learned how to simplify fractions. During this unit, we learned how to simplify fractions. When you simplify fractions, you are writing fractions in their simplest form. If the numerator is a 1, it has already been simplified. Also, if the numerator and denominator don't have the same factor, they have also already been simplified. So let's move on to Janessa with the topic about divorce.
Hi guys, it's Janessa, and in reading class we learned about the topic divorce. And during this unit we learned the very goods and bads about a divorce. Speaking from my experience, it's pretty hard. It has very many causes and effects to it. It can change a person's life, a family. Sometimes it could tear families apart, and sometimes bring them even closer together. Personally, to this day, I think it's hurt kids more than it used to, because nowadays kids commit suicide, try and commit suicide. They're going through depression, doing all these things because they feel like it might be their fault. But divorce is just a very, very sad topic sometimes, and sometimes it's not. Like I said, it tears families apart and brings them closer together sometimes. And in all, I think that when divorce is done and over with, sometimes it gets a lot easier. Well, I think you understand kind of the concept of what I'm trying to say. So follow us as we meet Genesis to talk about science.
Hey guys, it's Genesis back at it again with science class. This year we learned how to separate mixtures. I have an example for you. Grass and wood chips. First, this year we had to make some observations on a very nasty mixture, and and we also had to learn if liquids were miscible. And by doing that, we mixed liquids together, and if they were miscible, they would mix, and if they were not miscible, then they wouldn't mix. And so this is a mixture. Mixtures have impacted history because now everyone is mixing different things together to this day, this is an example, grass and wood chips. It's a mixture because they're not separate. Other examples would be like milk and cereal, yogurt and granola, stuff like that. So let's head on to our adventures from Calwood.
And it's me, Janessa.
And today we're going to tell you about our experience at Calwood. Cal, get it? Mr. Cal.
In Calwood, we learned a lot. We learned how to survive in the wilderness. We learned how to make our own home out of nature. And
breakfast was bomb.
It was. Not just breakfast. Come on now, dinner too.
Yeah. Food in general.
Yes, it's just good. And make sure you have things like extra water in your car.
Yeah, some snacks, some blankets.
Just in case you break down somewhere. And necessarily just know how to survive in the wilderness. Just go out one day, camp, and just
explore the beautiful earth, man. You only live once. And, you gotta be out there in nature with the birds and the bears and just with the wood. And, just have a good time in
enjoy it.
Be outside with nature. I mean, if you don't like being outside, then
I didn't like it, and then I went and
I mean,
was-
just try it. And if you like just don't like the outside, then
make sure you have a compass with you at all times too.
and a map.
Yep, you might need those.
Just it was a great experience overall, and there was also we learned how to make homes, which was included some wood, trees, leaves, stuff like that.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Genesis.
I'm Vanessa. I'm
Reported for MGV Tuesday News. And good night.